Dear, beloved child, there is something sacred and deeply significant that I must reveal to you today. I know this message may catch you by surprise, and I sense the quiet hesitation in your heart. But I lovingly ask you, please receive these words with openness. Let them settle gently into your spirit like the first light of dawn warming the earth after a long night. For what I am about to share carries spiritual meaning, emotional weight, and unseen layers of divine orchestration that are unfolding even now. Someone you hold incredibly close to your heart. Yes, that special person, the one your soul lights up around, has unknowingly placed you at the very center of something you didn't see coming. Something that reaches beyond you and them. Something that is now involving the hearts of others. People you have not yet met, but who are already beginning to feel your presence. You may find yourself wondering, why? How? What does this mean for me? These questions are natural, beloved. They are part of the soul's response to divine mysteries being slowly unwrapped. The truth is this: without your knowledge, without any announcement, your name, your presence, your energy has quietly entered the atmosphere of their family. You have become the center of a conversation, the focus of a new kind of curiosity, and the reason for whispers filled with wonder, speculation, and yes, a tender stirring of spiritual awareness. It began with one small act. Last night, the one who holds you dear, the one who sees beauty in your eyes and safety in your voice, shared a photo of you in their family's group chat. No pretense, no dramatic buildup, just a simple gesture, a spontaneous moment. To them, it was harmless, perhaps even sweet. A small glimpse of the joy you bring them. A moment where their heart simply said, "This is the one who brings me peace." But in the spiritual realm, even the quietest moments can create the most profound echoes. They didn't overthink it. They didn't have an agenda. It wasn't a strategic move. It was pure. It was real. And it came from a place of honest affection, a desire to share a piece of the light that shines within their world now that you are in it. And yet, that one image, that one unfiltered expression of love, set something powerful into motion. Suddenly, your face appeared in a sacred space, a family circle woven with decades of memories, expectations, traditions, and protective bonds. And that space, once untouched by your essence, now holds a glimpse of you. A ripple was felt. A shift began. Some responded immediately, emojis, comments, maybe even excitement. Others went quiet, paused, letting the moment settle in their hearts before reacting. Some leaned into each other privately, whispering thoughts, asking questions, turning your presence over in their minds and spirits. And just like that, you were no longer just their person. You became a presence. You became someone the family is now spiritually aware of. Now I know this may leave you flooded with emotions: surprise, curiosity, a touch of anxiety. Your mind might be racing. What do they think of me? Do they like what they saw? Should I be honored or worried? Pause. Breathe. Feel the ground beneath you. You are not alone in this moment. I am here. I am walking this with you, step by step, heart to heart. Together, we will navigate this path of unfolding energy, and I will help you understand what this means, not just for your relationship, but for your soul's journey. This is not just about a family reacting to a photo. This is the beginning of spiritual recognition. You have unknowingly stepped into their atmosphere. Your energy has touched their space, and in doing so, something sacred has begun, a divine unveiling, a moment of spiritual introduction, even if no words were spoken. Your beloved didn't mean to shake anything. They simply wanted to share their joy. They wanted their family to see the person who makes them smile deeper, breathe easier, and believe in love more fully. But sometimes, what feels like a whisper to one person becomes a trumpet in the spirit. And now, you are no longer invisible to their inner circle. You are seen. You are noticed. You are felt, navigating the emotional landscape. And now, I invite you to be gentle with yourself. You may feel emotionally unprepared for this. You might feel like your privacy was pierced or your sacred space was entered. But let your heart rest in this truth. Nothing shared in love can ever truly harm you. If your heart feels anxious, that's okay. If questions rise to the surface, let them. You are allowed to feel what you feel. You may be asking, was I ready for this? Do I measure up to what they hope for? Will they embrace me or resist me? These are valid emotions, dear one. They are not weakness. They are a reflection of your deep inner wisdom, a sign that your spirit is alert, aware, and discerning. Let yourself feel the questions, but do not let them drown your peace. Breathe in peace. Exhale the weight of expectation. Know this: you were not accidentally revealed. You were divinely introduced. What may feel accidental on the surface may, in fact, be spiritually intentional underneath. Understanding the heartbeat of their family. Now let's gently turn our attention to their family. Every family carries its own emotional and spiritual language. They are a unique ecosystem shaped by love, pain, hope, traditions, and shared memories. And when someone new enters that space, even through a photograph, it can awaken something vulnerable within them. Some of them may have smiled the moment they saw your photo. They felt something soft, something kind, something real. Others may have gone silent, not in rejection, but in sacred processing, and still others may have slipped into protectiveness. Who is this person? Are they safe? Will they care for the heart we've cherished since birth? It is not judgment. It is spiritual guardianship. You see, when someone brings love to someone deeply cherished, the family becomes spiritual gatekeepers. They want to know if your presence is safe, if your spirit is honest, if your intentions are clear. This is not about being perfect. This is about being true. They are watching, feeling, and discerning, not to keep you out, but to determine if they can open their hearts to you. And this, beloved child, is part of a greater spiritual alignment. You are not just being introduced to people. You are being spiritually evaluated for something deeper: inclusion, trust, and perhaps, over time, union. So do not take their silence as rejection. Do not take their questions as criticism. Do not take their protection as hostility. These are the spiritual symptoms of a family that loves deeply. And now, by extension, they are beginning to consider how to love you too. A divine invitation. So, what is God doing in this moment? Why now? Because you are crossing a sacred threshold. What seemed like a photo has become a doorway. What felt like a gesture has become a signal in the spirit. And now, the heavens are watching what happens next. You are being called into a deeper layer of destiny. This isn't just about romance. This is about spiritual blending, emotional readiness, and divine timing. You were shown not to be judged, but to be seen. You were revealed not to be tested, but to be witnessed. You were introduced not to intimidate you, but to initiate a new chapter. Let this be your anchor. So breathe again. You are safe. You are not being exposed. You are being embraced. Let your heart stay soft. Let your faith rise. Let your spirit remain rooted in truth. If this is the one God has chosen for you, then their family's awareness is just another step in the sacred unfolding of divine alignment. And if it isn't, this moment still holds meaning, still teaches you about your own readiness, and still prepares you for what is to come. Either way, you are not alone. You are being guided, protected, and covered. Heaven sees you. Heaven goes before you. And heaven will prepare the hearts of all who are meant to receive you. So be still, be confident, be real. You are more than enough. You are already chosen. And this moment is just the beginning of something holy. If this message stirred something in you, declare in the comments, I am ready to be received with love and grace. Don't forget to subscribe for more spiritual messages of love, alignment, and destiny. You are never alone in this journey. You are being guided by divine timing, a message of peace, patience, and sacred love. Your role, dear one, is not to convince anyone. It's not to chase after clarity or scramble for answers that aren't yet ready to be revealed. Your role is far more sacred than that. Your role is simply to remain rooted in your authenticity, to be grounded in who you are, in the truth of your heart, the purity of your love, and the sincerity of your intentions. Let your light shine, not because you are trying to prove anything, but because you were made to glow. Shine without force. Let it be effortless. Let it be soft and healing and honest. Let your kindness speak louder than any explanation, louder than your silence, louder than the misunderstandings that may still linger in the hearts of others. Because eventually, those who need to see you clearly will. Eventually, the veil lifts, time reveals, spirit confirms, and when their eyes fall upon your presence, when they see the consistency of your peace, the integrity of your actions, and the unwavering gentleness you carry, they will begin to understand. Maybe not all at once, maybe not with words, but their hearts will feel what their minds once doubted. Your love was real, your intention was clean, and your spirit was never meant to be hidden. Reflecting on what comes next. So now you might ask the question that's been lingering gently, quietly, but insistently in your soul. What should I do next? Should you reach out? Should you speak first? Should you wait? Should you move forward on your own? Should you open the door again? Should you stay silent? These are all holy questions, sacred questions, and the fact that you are asking them means your heart is waking up to something deeper, something divine. You are not being impulsive, you are being reflective, and that matters. Now, listen closely to this truth from heaven. You are not obligated to rush into anything. Not every door needs to be flung open. Not every conversation needs to happen today. Not every emotion needs to be processed this very moment. Love, especially love that intersects with families, with soul contracts, with divine unions, unfolds in divine timing. And divine timing is not always linear. It does not always obey the clock, but it is always perfect. So let things settle if that brings you peace. Let curiosity remain unanswered for now, if that gives your heart the space to breathe. Let stillness be your sanctuary if movement feels too fragile. But if you feel that gentle nudge in your spirit, the one that doesn't come from fear or pressure, but from love and alignment, then listen. If you feel called to open yourself up, to speak, to meet, to connect, then follow that voice. But do it with wisdom, with discernment, with the strength of your healed self, not the pain of your past. And if you're not ready, that's okay too. Honor that. You don't need to apologize for moving at your own pace. Sometimes the most sacred path is the one paved with patience. This is not about pride. This is about peace. This is not about winning or losing. This is about wholeness. This is not about proving you're right. This is about protecting your light. Let God lead. Let heaven prepare the ground ahead of you. You don't need to walk into a room you're not yet meant to enter. Remember this: your beloved made a choice from their heart. That choice, whatever it looked like, opened a spiritual door. But just because a door opens doesn't mean you have to walk through it right away. You get to choose. Walk through only when you feel spiritually and emotionally prepared, not when you're pressured, not when you're afraid of being left behind, not because you're lonely, but when you're anchored in peace. You are not behind. You are not late. You are right on time in God's perfect plan. Nothing in your story is random. Nothing is wasted. Even the delays carry meaning. Even the silence is sacred. Let heaven unfold the next chapter. Let love return in its highest form. Let wisdom be your compass. Let divine alignment be your guide. A prayer for peace and divine guidance. If you find yourself caught in worry or uncertainty, if your mind keeps spinning the same questions over and over, pause here. Place your hand on your heart. Breathe deeply. Let us anchor your soul in divine peace with a simple but powerful prayer. Repeat this slowly, lovingly. Let the words become your anchor. Let them soak into the deepest part of you. Heavenly Guardian, hear my plea. Wrap my heart in serenity. With your shield of light and grace, keep my soul in your safe embrace. In matters of love, let wisdom reign and guide my heart from needless pain. Whisper truth and calm my fear. Let me feel your presence near. Protect my heart, both great and small. Let no shadow touch me at all. Grant me patience as I grow, and blessings that forever flow. With faith and trust in your design, keep my spirit and love aligned. Amen. Let this prayer be your covering. Speak it aloud when you're overwhelmed. Whisper it when you're lying awake at night. Let it become your spiritual armor as you wait, as you discern, as you grow. You are not alone. Heaven has assigned angels to your path. You are being guided step by step. Final thoughts. You are right where you're meant to be. Dear child, hear this truth one more time. You were brought into this moment for a reason. You didn't stumble here. You didn't fall off course. Even if you didn't choose this spotlight, the light has found you. And with that light comes healing. With that light comes transformation. Everything that is unfolding in your life, every pause, every delay, every not yet, is part of a divine orchestration. You are being woven into a deeper story, a story that involves love, trust, legacy, family, future, forgiveness, redemption. Stay close to your truth. Stay close to your peace. Stay close to your inner knowing. Let this moment be a turning point, not because you figured it all out, but because you chose to trust the process. You don't need to control the outcome. You just need to be faithful to your part. Heaven is taking care of the rest. Let this be your reassurance. You are seen. You are honored. You are protected. And you are not alone. So take the next step, not in fear, but in faith. Not in desperation, but in divine alignment. Not because time is running out, but because God's time is always right. If this message resonated with your heart, type in the comments, "I am ready for divine alignment." And don't forget to subscribe for more angelic guidance, sacred revelations, and messages straight from the heart of heaven. Your journey is just beginning, and heaven is walking with you every single step of the way.